Buongiorno. So I decided I wanted to make more videos, except that I don't really have a video camera, I have my phone. So you are probably seeing me through a narrow window, as it seems. But I wanted to talk today about dreams and dreaming. And no, not in the sense of, "Ugh, I'm going to bed and I'm dreaming." I really wanted to just touch on the subject of actually having dreams, aka goals, because I don't feel like people talk about it enough, talk to their kids enough, or even adults. I feel like as people become adults, they forget to dream. They forget to realize that goals are dreams, that they can be dreams, and that what you once dreamed about when you were younger can be achieved as an adult. It's not some silly thing or notion that you had when you were a child. For whatever reason, as a child, I constantly dreamed and daydreamed, and hey, it could be because I'm a Pisces, or just maybe my soul remembered the magic. I don't know, but I was always dreaming of traveling the world, dreaming of writing all the time, writing books and helping people. I always was very curious about everything. And I mean, I do have to admit, as I got older, to an extent, I sometimes didn't think about that, but it was always at the back of my mind. Like, I was always writing and wondering if anyone would ever read my poetry, or if I could do something that would help people, and in high school and going into college, I was one of those people who never knew what the heck I wanted to study. Everybody else seemed to have it so together and know what field they wanted to go in, but me, being a cosmopolite, a cosmopolite, I love everything. And for me, my brain never stops. I'm constantly soaking up information, constantly learning something, and constantly, yeah, you're totally hearing people. I don't know what they're doing. I'm sitting outside here in Italy, by the way. So, anyways, just to get to the point, I want to say that dreaming is not for children, and it's not a fairy tale. It's not something that you mention to entertain the child mind, It is actually obtainable, and our thoughts are very powerful. So if you have something that you've always wanted to do, a passion, or, like I said, a dream, you can have that. All you have to do is, think about it and pray on it, meditate about it, and really do things that help you to keep it on your mind. And I'll get to why in a minute, but I do want to say that some people will say, well, I've dreamt of doing this my whole life, and I've been thinking about it for forever. I've tried visualization charts, I've tried this, I've tried that. What I've learned from my experience is that sometimes what we want is actually may not be the best for what we need in our life, or what is meant for us at that time. I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. What I will do now, what I've learned is, if there's a desire I have, or a dream, or an idea, I will, when I pray about it and meditate about it, I say, this is what I want, but I do understand that things have to come into my life for what I need. If this is for my highest good, please Let me have it. I want this in my life. I want to manifest this into my life. So I always put it out there that I know what I want. I know that my thoughts are magical and powerful and can bring things into my life. But I make sure I recognize that I am still humble and know that there's still just a greater knowing out there. You know, God, the creator, universe, however you want to put it, knows and will bring what's best for you if you're open for it. Open for it and to embrace it. And so the childlike dreams that I had, you know, traveling and writing and these were always my passions. And until recently in my adult years, like it's just recently that I'm able to even do it. And I realize now that this was and was always meant for me and my highest good. But it took me to get to age 25, 24, 25, now I'm 26, to see that. So, you know, you should try that. Now, why I say to think about it and meditate and do things to help you focus on it is because our thoughts are powerful. If you don't understand that, I mean, you can look up so many different authors or, you know, books and things like The Secret or, oh gosh, what's his name? Eckhart Tolle, if I'm even saying his name right. Oh my gosh, there's a lot. It's even in the Bible, the Christian Bible, it's, you know, there are so many things in there that let you know that your faith is basically magic. So think about what you want. Focus on what you want. I personally love to do art that will focus on that. So whenever I want something, I will take out my sketch pad and I will, whatever comes to my mind for that goal, I just draw it. So I literally won't do a crappy drawing, at least to my opinion. I will literally spend hours on that drawing. And that's even better because then literally that whole time I am in that moment focusing on that goal, drawing it out. So my full intent and focus is on that drawing for that goal. That is complete focus in the moment. That is pure magic. I used to do visualization charts, and those are fun, and I actually meant to do that in the beginning, and instead of printing off pictures and making one, I believe it was my brother from India who said, why don't you go ahead and draw it? Then it will be even more personal. So since then, I have always drawn what I want. There are other things. I mean, you could write poetry, you could put up post-it notes, anything to help you focus on that. So yeah, there you go. Also, that's something that I think that should be stressed to children, that dreams are not just a fantasy and something you think about as a kid. You know, your dreams do come true. They can come true. And when I was an ESL tutor, I constantly stressed that to my students and even had them draw out kind of like a visualization chart, and they thought I was funny for it, but they ended up liking it. And I also drew one too, and I drew Italy, and I drew a plane, and I drew books, and I drew the name of my blog, A Cosmopolite, and explained my goals and dreams to them. And here I am, months later, in the place that I dreamt about coming to and doing what I always wanted to do, or I'm starting to. So, yes, I'm here out in my friend's patio in Italy, and that's why you hear some very enthusiastic men playing some kind of sport across the street. Well, that's it for now. Love, light, and blessings, and I wish everyone the best, and I hope it helps somebody. I believe that those who watch this and understand me and feel it, they'll know, and they'll know it was meant for them to hear it and understand it, because the universe brings us the right messages at the right time, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So with that, have a wonderful day. Ciao.